Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Hemingway Jones Live Fountain Pen Show, coming to you each Tuesday night at 8 p.m. from the library. And I'm absolutely delighted to see you all here. Thank you so much. You are truly the best and brightest audience in the whole entire fountain pen community. Thank you for being here. I see many of the usual suspects are here in the chat. Each week there is a live chat, and often it's full of the same folks. And it's an ever-growing group that come here for friendship, just to update, see how people are doing, check in and see where everyone is on their fountain pen journeys. So I welcome you to join the live chat if you can, and if you're listening on YouTube podcasts, then drop into the comments, introduce yourself, say hello. It would be great to see you. I do read all the comments. So thank you very much, everyone. Absolutely delighted to see you. So, lots of things going on. We have an interesting show. I say we. It's me. It's just me. I'd like to pretend there's a production crew, and I wish there were. And we'll talk a bit about that because I could do more if I had more people. But I have a interesting show for you this evening. I want to talk a little bit about brands and the stories behind them, because you may have seen yesterday I posted a video on Galen leather. And we'll talk a bit about that. I'm going to show you some more fun stuff from Galen leather, because I am just bowled away by this year's offerings. So the video yesterday was primarily on the leather compendium bag, which is like a portable writing desk in leather, which is absolutely brilliant. It's actually above me. I don't have it handy. But if you want to check it out, there's a whole video on it. And within it, I tell the story of Galen leather, which is an absolutely incredible human story about striving to leave a mark and to provide for your family and to push back against unbelievable odds. And it seems to be resonating with many of you, and I really appreciate that. So do check it out if you haven't seen it. It's on Galen leather. And you know what's really funny? I got an update from YouTube, as one does, and it's sort of it's probably an artificial intelligence wrap-up of your video, and it's like ways to improve your video. And I was like, okay, well, I'll see what you have to say. And it said, cut out all the history. People don't care about the history. They just want to see the product. And that may be true in parts, but it's so sort of anathema to why this channel is here. To me, it's the history is more important than the product. Or at least they work in complete intertwined cohesion. To me, the narrative, the story is more important than selling anything. I don't consider myself a salesperson except of my own videos and the experience of being on this channel. I sort of am trying to convey an idea of lifestyle, of writing with whatever pen you have, of journaling, of maybe adding something curated to your collection, a particular pen, a compendium bag, a nib case, something very unique you add. And then you retain for a very long time. I don't like the idea of just buying pens for their own sakes, and that sort of escalator of consumption of grail pens, entry-level pens. What's the next pen I'm supposed to buy? Where am I? Oh, I'm up for my 823. What do I buy next? You bought the 823, my friend. You don't have to buy anything next. You're done. You know, give that person a check. They're done. Of course, you certainly can. You can do whatever you like. But I think I just want to stress that the experience of these things is so important. The history behind a brand, the people behind the brand, that many of them are very passionate about pens themselves and writing and journaling. Some of the companies I know, people love fountain pens. That's why they do it. Same with making YouTubes. If you don't love this, it's very difficult. Making YouTubes is very difficult. I have incredible respect for anyone who does this. It's not easy. If you don't love it, it's just not easy. So, well, I see some super chats. I'll get to those in a minute. But I just want to stress, too, I hear a lot of comments from folks that say things like, I have nothing to write. My life is boring, and it's not worth writing about. And I want to say, your life is amazing. Whatever you're doing, the fact that you're getting up every day, providing for your family, pushing back against whatever challenges you have, you're doing new things, experiencing new things, you just look a little deeper. Sometimes you feel that if you're not going to Paris every weekend, that you're not having an exciting life. But the moments that are important, and I'm learning this myself, the times that I'm really enjoying lately are going to Cafe Nero with my family and watching Imogen Journal and having a coffee and maybe writing a script for this channel. Or recently, over the past weekend, when I did the Galen Leather video, I was at the Fruitlands Museum here close to home, close to where I live, and it was absolutely gorgeous. And I'd never been there before, and I've lived here for over a decade in my house. I think 13 years. I always forget. I need Helen to tell me. And it was free to walk around, and it was very peaceful and tranquil, and I did some filming and I had a lot of fun. I watched Imogen do cartwheels, which is always a delight. Those moments, they're worthy of holding on to. Those quiet moments, those moments of reflection, even your struggles at work and your victories at work and the new things you're learning, go deep enough. It's all worth it. You are worth it. So make your life something to celebrate, something to write about. So, anyway, not that I feel strongly about it or anything. Let's not be confused. Texas Easy Writer, my friend, with a glorious $5 super chat to help keep the lights on. Keep the history. He urges me, keep the history. Did you think for a second I would drop it? I would not. Occasionally I do tell people, hey, if you go to the 6-minute mark, if you want to see the pen. But I always feel kind of bad because I feel like they're missing something. Texas Easy Writer, thank you so much for the generous contribution to the channel. Thank you. And Darren W. Burkabeal, right? Is my Burkabile? Okay. Thank you. $5. Your channel is great the way it is. Keep doing what you're doing, and we will keep watching. Thank you. Thank you so much, because I did learn a few things, Darren. And thank you for your generous support. If I were to do the same video over and over and over again, that's what YouTube sort of celebrates and promotes. So if I were to sort of do straightforward pen reviews and do them the same ways, that would probably catch on because it would be repetitive. But I have a very short attention span, both ink attention span and otherwise. So I like to mix the channel up, and I like to make sure that there's journaling content, there's fountain pen stuff, there's inspiration, there's things about writers, there's movie references, I want it to be rich. I want it to be a tapestry of all these threads in our lives that come together and get perfectly knotted into this incredible blanket of the Hemingway Jones community that we take comfort in. So, Darren, that is my goal. Thank you. And it's implied to point, but I'm pointing. Thank you for being a part of it. I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you. Zibral, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I second Texas Easy Writer. History and background are so interesting. Thank you. And I agree. I really do. And plus, it gives me an opportunity to show off my editing techniques, which I am always developing, always trying to think of new ways to make them more interesting. And even when I'm watching television now, I'm watching how something's edited, and I'm thinking, could I do that in Final Cut Pro? The only thing I don't know how to do, my voice, I think it's the pollen. I don't know how to animate letters. I know there's plugins. I might go that route soon because I'd love to have titles that have a bit of animation to them. I can shake them. I can make them move a little bit, but I can't have them like change colors and flash yet. Not yet. Oh, David Pearsons, what are you doing here? I thought you were not feeling well, my friend. Nice to see you. $5 super chat from David Pearsons. Thanks for your thoughtful note when I was laid up with my leg infection. The hospital was no fun. I'm sure it wasn't. And meant a lot. And please keep the stories. I absolutely will, David. I'm so glad you're feeling better enough to be here with us tonight. And thanks for the super chat. It's very, very kind. David is a lovely, lovely guy. And here he is again with $2 more. Thank you. And thanks to everyone for your prayers. God's good. Thank you, David. I appreciate it. You are just gold. You're just one of the loveliest people. So thank you for your support of the channel. And one more, and then we're going to get to some other stories for you. BJ Backitis, $5 super chat. Thank you. Life is precious. Almost lost mine in a car wreck nearly 40 years ago. Every day is a gift. Thank you. Thank you for that perspective. You're absolutely right. It really is. It's ephemeral, too. One time, one day, this will all be over. So it's best to make the most of it. And most of our lives are sort of downtime. Most of our lives are in liminal spaces and routines. And I think the way to make your routines expansive is to find the emotional resonance, find what's interesting, find something new, something creative, and it'll stretch the time. It'll make connections deeper. I think that's really important. Mary Madden. Hi, Mary. $4.99 super chat. Yay on the previous comments. Also, Anna Quinlan's pithy 2020 title book, Write for Your Life, reinforces the reasons to write letters and journals. Thank you, Mary. You are lovely as always, and I appreciate the contribution to the channel. Someone, NRS Stooge, don't do flashing letters. That's like a strobe light. I would never do strobe lights. Don't worry. And I don't really mean flashing. I just mean, like nice, interesting titles that move a little. I don't think I'd ever do anything garish unless the situation called for it, which is possible. But don't worry. I try to stay tasteful. Try to. Okay, a few things, interesting things. We, the Cursive Literate, the Society of Inky Hands, who have met once again on Tuesday evening. I ask a few things. I do ask a few things of you. Most important is, please subscribe. I'd appreciate you if you would subscribe and come on this journey with us. Why? Because from the fountain pen, we go everywhere and anywhere. This is our key to the universe. This is a magical device that unlocks adventures in space and time. It brings you back to the past and it bears you forcibly, productively, and interestingly into the future. Fountain pen leads us. This is a pretty one. Okay. I did mention that Pen World magazine comes out this August with a story on me, which I'm super excited about. So I can't wait to see it, and I can't wait to share it with you. Quara H with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Please don't make things flash. Some of us are epileptic. Yeah, don't take what I'm saying to the wrong way. I would never have like flashy flash. I just mean just a little bit of like they can sort of glow a little bit. It doesn't mean like flash. I think I overstated that, so don't worry. But I appreciate your contribution. I don't want my videos to be ugly. That's very important. Like, I really do strive to make them beautiful, each frame. So don't worry. I just wish I had the ability to make them a little bit more graphically interesting. Brick by Brick, how are you? Always a pleasure. $30 super chat. Thank you so much. June 11th is my 77th birthday. To all I send peace, love, harmony, writing minutes, paper waiting for you to engage, pen and ink, families and friends that I love you all the time. Thank you so much. You're so kind. $30 and happyists of birthdays. 7's supposed to be a lucky number. I don't believe in lucky numbers, but it's supposed to be. 2 of them together's got to be a good thing. Happy birthday. Wishing you all the best. June 11th is coming up. So happy birthday. All right. I want to mention a few things that are very, very important. I put up the Mayfair video last week. Seems like you guys liked it. I enjoyed it. I was able to talk about Middle Earth on the channel. Anytime I can bring in Tolkien to the proceedings, I will go for that. So that was exciting. Thanks for watching that. This week's video is very, very exciting, if I do say so myself. I guess you had the Galen and Leather video yesterday too, but this week's video is the perfect 5 Grail pen collection. So I'm a little hesitant to go back into kind of expensive pens because it's not really where my head is these days, but I happen to assemble 5 very particular Grail pens all at once, and I took a look at them and I was thinking, these are some perfect pens that are Grails for interesting reasons, not just because they're expensive, but because they're interesting, they're different. So I think you'll enjoy that video. That comes out this Thursday. The perfect 5 Grail pen collection. So I think you'll like that. And next week's on the wall Eversharp, the one I just held up. So you get the whole history of Wall Eversharp Skylines, going all the way back to the original iteration, all the way to this one in stunning aluminium. Incredible Art Deco icon. And also, I get to talk about Art Deco. I'm so Art Deco. I don't know if you knew that. It's so true. I'm so Art Deco. All right, let's do some show and tell. And then I'll get into some other stuff. Super excited. Oh, super chat. Yay, I love super chats. Thanks, guys. This is from Lise Anadeu, 8519. $2 Canadian. Thank you so much. The Cursive Literates. I laughed out loud. Such a lost talent. Indeed. And you guys are the Cursive Literate. Thanks so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. So yes, Art Deco next week and Grail pens this week, but I have another pen to show you. This just came in. Probably the best pen case in all fountain pens for a freebie. Well, freebie in regards that it comes with the pen. Can we agree on that? Let me show you. So this is such a great pen case. For one thing, it is so much protection. It has rigidity. It has crumple space. It's made out of really hard material. It's made out of super nice zippers. Hard to mess this up. I'm sure many of you know what this is. You recognize the crow's foot pattern there. So let's take a look at what the mad lad Ben Walsh has sent your humble host. Any guesses? Anybody? Yes, it is Gravitas. Well done. Any guess as to which one? Well, I'll show you. Ooh. Look at that, huh? You know what this is? It's a VAC 2.0 in titanium. Titanium, guys. And my daughter says, Daddy, that looks like a lava lamp. And it does. I mentioned that in the last video for the monster. Gravitas has a design vocabulary now. And it's very interesting. Now, this particular pen is designed to compete with the... Oh my gosh, that action. Oh, wow. with the Pilot Custom 823. This is designed like a vintage skyscraper, like the Empire State Building, like the Chrysler Building, which is in jeopardy. Did you know that the Chrysler Building's in jeopardy? You could actually see the Chrysler Building go into foreclosure, possibly. And the reason that it's in jeopardy, I'll tell you really quickly. So in New York City, many of the skyscrapers have 100-year land leases that they sit on, including the Empire State Building sits on land that was actually a farm way back in the 1920s. Then they built the Empire State Building, and I believe it's still the original descendants. I don't know that for a fact, but I believe. And they have been getting rent payments from the Empire State Building. Now, the Chrysler Building is gorgeous. I just adore it. But it's not suited for a modern office building. The Empire State Building is more so. The Chrysler Building has deficiencies. So it has a very expensive land lease. I believe it's about $175 million just for rent that the building is standing on. And the occupancy is very high in the Chrysler Building right now. You have companies not going back to work, as you know, in the office, and you have an older workspace that maybe no one wants to be in. It has slow elevators, it has funny shaped rooms, so it could literally be in trouble. But usually what happens is it gets foreclosed upon, it goes out to auction at a cheaper rate, but that family is still going to ask for $175 million, whoever owns the land or whomever it is. But very interesting. All right, let's get back to pens. What am I doing? Okay, so the action here is so nice. It feels so precise, so like well milled. This feels really nice. I kind of like this yellow, but I could also criticize it and say, why is it yellow? Isn't it going to mess with the ink color you put in it? If I put blue in there, is it going to look green? But this, if you were here with me, you would just want to do this. Oh, it's so nice all night. It comes with tools because Ben is a mad scientist of fountain pens. Did you know that? And it looks like a little bit of silicone and extra O-rings in case you blow an O-ring, which would be bad. Does this unscrew? No, it doesn't feel like it. Maybe it does, but I'm not forcing anything. I haven't delved into this too deeply. It feels nice. I guess I'm getting fingerprints all over it. I'm going to keep it clean. I want to film with it clean and then review it. Cap feels really nice. Ooh, it does. Does it not have a lava lamp look to it? So this comes out Friday or Monday, and I have an advance copy, which is pretty great. Pretty great. There's the Gravitas crow's foot symbol. Ben. Wow, that feels sweet. Feels so sweet. I love it. I'm a big fan of Gravitas. They're doing interesting things. Okay, I have a couple super chats. GW Driver 9.99. Keep up the great work. We know that you put a lot of time in your content, Bernie. Thanks, Bernie. I appreciate that. I really do. I do put a lot of time and effort into it, but I love it, and I'm glad you do. I'm glad it resonates with you, so thank you. I'll keep doing it, and I appreciate the support. Thank you. Oh, it's that Cohen, my brother. Mr. Cohen, 1999. Thank you. I love the Gravitas Vac 2.0 in titanium. I got the black version and love it. Great pen and vacuum action is insane. It is, right? Thank you for the super chat and the support. Thank you so much. It truly is insane, Mr. Cohen. Insane. Oh, it's so satisfying. Yeah, you know, you're not wrong, my friend. Thank you. And just to kind of put it in perspective with me, good size pen. Has some nice weight to it. But it's titanium, so it's probably lighter than you would expect. Titanium has that interesting sort of dull glow to it. I really like it. Very nice pen. Great shape. Interesting. So this will be fun. We will have a good time with this. It goes under. There he goes, in there. It looks like a sunglass case. Oops. Sorry. Very nice. Okay, that was fun. Oh, my neck is bothering me, guys. Steve, post, 1999. My wife and I bought a house a week ago. Was looking forward to signing the documents with my customer Urushi and M800. They rejected both because of the ink colors. I was forced to sign with a cheap Bic. Is the house now cursed? No, but that's a funny story, my friend. I'm surprised. I don't know what ink colors you had, but I'm surprised that happened to you, and I'm really sorry as a banker. I can tell you that we are a little particular about using blue inks again. It went away for a little while, but blue inks are kind of back in a big way. And I have my Pilot Custom Urushi within easy reach with Konpeki. This would have worked. Was it blue ink that they wanted? Did you have oxblood in there or something? I do feel sorry for you, my friend, in that regard. But congratulations on the house. Hey, that's the important part. The house isn't cursed. It's going to be full of love. You're going to make it a loving home. It's going to be fantastic. $10 super chat from Ink Stained Adventures. I'm waiting for this pen with the integrated nib, like the Pilot M90 or NYU. I will toss him my wallet for that one. Me too, Ink Stained Adventures, and thanks for the super chat. I forget the name of his nib. It kind of wraps around. It looks very aggressive. I hope he sends me that too. I thought maybe that's what this was when it came. It's still amazing. I'm psyched to try it, but yes, that is awesome. Okay, I want to show you the pens I'm carrying around, and I started using this knock congratulation. That's about the house. Congratulations. It's a collaboration. All right, Mr. Steiner. It's a collaboration with Galen Leather, and this is called the Lookout. I don't know why it's called the Lookout, but it is. It holds 3 pens in leather. I can only describe to you as old catcher's mitt. It is so soft. Did I get a little schmutz on there? Oh yeah, I did. Well, that's okay. These are meant to do that, but it's so telling. It feels like a catcher's mitt. It's lined with silk. Very nice. And I have 3 pens here. Maybe you recognize this one. This is the Watchman Edson. This is probably the most perfect fountain pen ever made. Beautiful double barrel, beautiful brushed gold cap, an incredible, aggressive, and gorgeous inlaid wraparound nib with a bit of a sort of enhancement that makes it look longer. It's not actually part of the nib, but it looks like it. Beautiful pads that hold the clasp on. An interesting recycling feed that if it should burp any ink, it's supposed to flow back in. So it's supposed to be perfect for flying. So an absolutely perfect fountain pen. Love it. And this, which I have been having a good time with. And I filmed a video with this over the weekend along with the Galen Leather video. It will be coming soon. This is the new Schaefer Chevron with a black nib, glossy black nib and fine. It's stealthy, it's fun, it's gorgeous, it has intense energy, and it's got this textured pattern. So, version 3 of the Modern Legacy. That's what this is, version 3. And Nikhil Ranjan sent me this. Thank you. I really appreciate it. A Cheerdo fake name says, "Hey Che, are you saying your Edson writes better than my Kakuno?" I don't know if I would go that far, my friend. But it does write well. Very well indeed. Kakuno is hard to beat. I love that pen. This is the Aurora Optima O Sole Mio with a now Kirk Spear enhanced rose gold. Cursive smooth metallic nib, ink window. You can see the ink through the alloyed proprietary fake celluloid. It's not really fake. It's sort of stabilized cellulose. So it won't burst into flame or crack or anything. This pen is gorgeous. This is an Italian summer in a pen. This pen hangs out with Dickie Greenleaf and pays for drinks. That's who this pen is. This is a pen at the seaside in Sorrento, sipping limoncello. A gorgeous pen. Love this one. So, this is what I've been carrying, and this is what I'm carrying it in. I will say, I like this, and I like how thin it is. It doesn't give it the most protection. You're not getting a lot of structure, but it will keep them from getting scratched. So just be mindful and be careful. I also like my Duo from Lockbee when I carry two. So that's my other configuration. Okay. Let's look at some other stuff. I think we should. But first, a super chat. Texas Easy Writer, my friend. Hello. 25-hour. Thank you so much. Never had a problem with my Watchman Edsons when flying. Never had any leaks or burps. They are not supposed to do that. Their little card that comes with it says that it's supposed to, give you ever-flowing ink and not burp. I haven't had it happen either, but suppose there's always a first time. Thanks so much for your generous support of the channel, my friend. And Watchman Edson's really hard to beat as a pen. It's just brilliant. Okay, a little more show and tell. Galen leather. I want to show you the nib case again. It's just really cool. This is one of those things where it's kind of hard to make an argument that you need this, but I think once you see it, you just kind of want it. Oh, look at the skull nib. How cool is that? 2 skull nibs. You kind of want this once you see it. These were custom made for me. I can't say by whom, because they sent them and they said, this is something we're going to roll out. Can you try them out for us? And then they never rolled it out. It's been over a year, so I'm just holding on to them. But this is so fun. I don't need it, but I love it. I'm glad I have it. And it's sort of like a salesman sample case, which makes it super fun. So the lookout, you got the nib case. You have this, which is absolutely gorgeous. I always forget their names. I think this is the Sinclair. Oh my gosh, that zipper is to die for. Let me take this out. Yes. This is also catcher's mitt material. Wow, this is really nice. This is really nice, guys. Six plus pens you could put in here. Well, 3 pens here. You could get a lot of pens over here or just put a journal. You can do like 3 pens in a notebook. So, very nice. Gorgeous piece. Love it. I haven't used it yet. I need to. I didn't want to put too much in that video. You know what I'm talking about. If I showed you too much stuff in that video, it would just be overwhelming. So I'm going to keep kind of sharing it as I enjoy them. Is there another thing in here? No. There's some structure in this one. Wow, this opens all the way up. This is nice. Jeez, guys, look at this, huh? Look at this. 2, 4, 6. And then a pocket here, and it goes there. That's really sweet. 12 pen case, leather. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. Yeah, I really like this. Galen Leather has some really incredible stuff. Let me see. I think I have the pictures here. I'm kind of bad at this. Yeah, the Sinclair case is the smaller one. So this is the Sinclair catcher's mitt material, 3 pens, and then room for whatever you want to put in there. Nice kind of open center, great design, really robust zipper. That's the selling point for me. And then this other one is the Legacy. This is the Legacy zip pen case. Legacy. This is a lot of pen case. This is going to join my pen cases on my shelf behind me. This is really something. So pretty great stuff from Galen Leather. They've knocked it out of the park. All right, we need to talk. You and me. We need to talk. It's that Cohen, my friend, 1999 super chat. Thank you. Off topic, but how does one get a journal from Bottega Obscura? You're such a tease with that gorgeous journal. Am I? Mr. Cohen, am I a tease with this gorgeous gold, my initials, journal, beautiful pages? No, I'm just teasing you. How does one get it? Okay. My nose is itchy tonight. I don't know why. I'm trying not to look like I'm picking my nose, but it itches on the outside. So I don't know why. I'm sorry. How do you get one of these? You have to be diligent. You have to pull up his website 3 times a day. Because remember, he's in Italy. So he's like 6 hours difference from where you are, perhaps. So pull it up at random times, and one time they will be available. Email him and say, Nicolo, what's it take for you to make me a journal? I've seen it on Hemingway Jones's channel, and I want one too. Can you please put me in the queue? I beg you, please. I would do whatever it takes. These are awesome, my friend. More coming up on these soon too, to the channel. And by the way, if you don't like that size, here's a smaller one. Oh, so pretty. And the smell, nice leather smell, rich and earthy. That paper smell with just a tinge of ink. Look at that. Wow. It's pure artistry, pure sophistication, pure talent. Okay, enough of that. But I love them so much. So much. All right. I find it interesting. I feel like there are brands we all love and we feel comfortable with. And I'm going to probably be projecting a little. And I'll try to call it out when I am. And as I am right now. Because I know for me, I feel comfortable with certain brands and not others. And I remember way back when I was a single man, I was so sort of particular. I don't want to say like OCD, because there are people who have OCD and really struggle with it. And I don't think it was quite that. But I used to have a Vespa, and I lived in Boston, and I would go around town on my little red Vespa because it was easy to park and it got me places, and I didn't have to worry about hassle. It was super easy. Go up the side in traffic, all that. Park on the sidewalk. It was okay then. It wasn't against the rules as it is now. But I would go to dinner somewhere in the North End or something, and I wouldn't feel comfortable going in unless I knew a place. And sometimes I had to sit there and kind of stare at it. And for a long time sometimes, or I would go around the block a few times until I felt comfortable. And once I felt comfortable enough, I would go in and I'd have dinner. But it was always really tough. I felt like I was taking a leap of faith to go into a place. And I feel like that's sort of how it is with brands for me. I really do. It's sort of a shorthand in many ways. And I did that video recently on romanticizing your life and how it helps me to be more productive, to see my own life as more interesting, to be more engaged with my life. It's a way of casting yourself, not in a narcissistic way, but in sort of a connected way to your surroundings, to what you're doing, to your friends, by making yourself sort of your focus. And I don't want to make it sound selfish. It's not that. It's just that you make sure you're surrounding yourself with beauty. You make sure that you're in the moment, that you are presenting yourself to the world in a way that you want to, with some specificity. In that, I talked about brands. And I mentioned how, like, my wife wears Dawn and Christy Dawn and, brands like that because she likes flowy dresses. And I talked about I'm into Cordings and J. Press and Ralph Lauren and whatnot. Now, somebody took offense to that, which is interesting. And I feel like you learn from people's perspective. And they thought that it was kind of consumerist, which I can kind of appreciate because that's something I'm always pushing back against on this channel. So I paid attention to that. And I think what's missing in that conversation, which part of what leads us here, is that when I talk about stuff like this, it's, what's that word, like synecdoche? Synecdoche, is that the word? Somebody please look that up. It's like a loaded word. When you say Ralph Lauren, everyone knows what Ralph Lauren is. And it has this sort of idealized idea of Americana. So if I say that, it pushes in all those associations. So I'm piggybacking on all the work that his PR group has done in the last 50... Actually, he was founded the year I was born, so 59 years. I'm piggybacking on that, and you know exactly what I mean. Or if I talk about J. Crew, you have an idea, or L.O. Bean. You know, these iconic brands have their own associations. For me, it's a shortcut. And by the way, if I'm saying, like, dress that way and present yourself to the world that way, it doesn't mean you have to go out and buy brand new. If you don't already own something, you could buy it at a thrift store. It doesn't matter where it comes from. You know, I'm actually, this is an interesting polo I'm wearing tonight. It's an L.O. Bean signature polo. When they had their signature line, they still do, but it's not the same. The original L.O. Bean signature line took vintage L.O. Bean patterns and products and resurrected them. And this is from there, and it's probably 15 years old. And I wear it each summer. I love it. It's a little much, and that's kind of what I like about it. It's a lot of pattern, it's interesting, and it's nautical. But it conveys something, and I feel like clothes are a way to communicate. And I'm really going a long way here to say that it's similar with pens. And I think that if I say Mont Blanc, chances are 90% of you thought of a 149. It's that image. Or something else, maybe a recent advertisement that had one of their higher level $100,000 jewel encrusted fountain pens, and that's what your mind went to. But you certainly have an idea of what Mont Blanc is. And I, for a long time, was very comfortable with them. And then I went through a little bit of disillusionment. I bought a few pens that did not live up to my expectation. I was willing to pay more for something that I perceived as having a certain quality. And I meant mostly in the nib, because I have no illusions that the reductive materials of any pen are worth anywhere near that which we pay for them. I do not carry any illusions to the contrary there. Rather, I like the experience of going into a boutique and being treated nicely, back when I was treated nicely at boutiques, before they knew who I was. And having that nib, that gorgeous two-tone 149 nib, which should have been tuned to perfection, and now rarely is. Now it's more like a coin toss. It's getting into Visconti territory. Now, Mont Blanc, you don't have to buy it new. And I would tell you, don't buy it new. I would buy it used. And if you already have one, enjoy the ones you have. I passed on many modern Mont Blancs recently because I felt like it was too much of a coin toss, even if I thought it might be good for the channel. I was afraid it'd be more frustrating, but now as I say that, I should probably buy one for the channel, and if it's miserable, I can just show it, and that'd probably be a really compelling episode. But it's not just them. I'll give you an example of another brand that I absolutely adore, and that's Pilot. Pilot is so impressive to me because I feel like their QC is fantastic across a broad range of pens. Ichiro, fake name, earlier was speaking about the Kakuno, and the Kakuno is absolutely brilliant. And it's, what, $9? Something like that, $12? And it's so anthropomorphic and so sort of kawaii. It's just so amazing. And yet the Pilot Custom Urushi, which may be the ultimate fountain pen in regards to materials and craftsmanship and an interesting nib. It's a lot. I think Pilot does a brilliant job. Greyhound Mom 11 with $20 super chat. Thank you so much. I'm celebrating my 66th birthday on the 11th. I'll spend part of my day with the journal and pens, noting people, places, and things, and bring joy. The community and channel will be included. Thank you. Well, thank you, and happy birthday to you. 66 years young. That is wonderful. And what a great way to celebrate your birthday. And I'm humbled and happy to just be part of it. So happiest of birthdays. Thank you for the support. So along that lines with brands, there are brands that don't tell a story and simply are the pen. They simply are what they are, or they invite you in a way, if you want to bring sort of a Rorschach idea to it. Majan, Jinhao, Asvine, they don't tell you much, if anything, about themselves. Hero has a bit of a history. They're not as prominent in that lineup. But take those three pens, three makers, out of them, Asvine and Majan, in my opinion, are the superior. Jinhao are like, you're rolling the dice. They're sketchy, sadly. But you don't get it was founded by someone and it was their passion often. In those brands. Often. Sometimes you do. I kind of find that intriguing because there's not the history or the heritage thread that you can hold on to. And I do find that a lot of people bring other associations, sometimes political, geopolitical, personal, or their ideas of whatever country of origin something might be from, if it doesn't have its own history. So maybe there's a risk with brand that if they're not telling their story, someone else is, or a collective idea emerges. I am more comfortable when I know there's some kind of history behind it. I love take a brand like Schaefer, there it was in the United States all those years producing incredible pens, and then it gets resurrected by William Penn, and now it's making pens, and you can argue whether or not the thread is connected and tied or if it's been broken. I would say more like it's been broken and then retied. That's kind of how I look at it, and I have a lot of admiration for that. A lot of brands are that way. Esterbrook, too. I think the thread was broken and retied. Conway Stewart, probably it was more like smudged out and then faded back in. It's very unique to the brands. But I just feel like for whatever reason, you get more comfortable with something. You appreciate the shorthand. That if I say Pilot, there's an idea of the Pilot Pen Company. There's a platonic idea of the perfect Pilot Pen Company pen. For me, it's the Pilot Custom 823. The Urushi's awesome, but it's not perfect. It's oversized. It's funky. It's amazing. It's just breathtaking. But that Pilot Custom 823 is a legend. And I may get a transparent one very, very soon. And I might get it at the DC Pen Show, which I'm still on the fence as to whether or not I am going to go down there. And I feel like if I do, it would be epic. I can see the video from Boston to DC and back for stationery. That's the thumbnail. I can see it. And then it's like a travel vlog. I leave early in the morning. I go to DC. I do the thing. I buy stuff. Some stuff. Maybe one stuff. Pilot Custom 823. That would be nice. And transparent. So that could come. That could happen. I'm thinking of booking that. But I also need to book a nice weekend with my wife, who has a birthday, and I want to celebrate with her. That's more important. That's more important than anything. My wife is awesome. A lot of interesting stuff coming up on the channel, guys. I feel like we're in a really good place, and I'm so inspired. My time got cut way down. My responsibilities rose at work, and I feel like I've risen to the occasion. And I feel like I'm really at the height of my powers right now. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's really fun when you're doing new stuff and you're working with engaged, interesting people with ideas. And a sense of like, let's fix it, or let's get it done, or let's not let little obstacles hold us back. I love that. And I'm learning a lot from that experience. But it cut back on my time, and kind of my by time I mean sort of my attention. Like my attention's on that all the time, and it sort of makes my leisure time, sometimes I'm very much focused on work. So I had to be very disciplined with this channel. But within that is more creativity. I feel like I'm making the best videos I ever have. And like I'm so proud of that Galen Leather video, which came out yesterday. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. It's on the Galen Leather Compendium bag. I'm super proud of it. And the video coming on Thursday on the 5 Perfect Grail Pen collection, I think you're really, really going to enjoy it. It's really fun and interesting. And I have some great ideas from some other stuff. And the one video that's sort of outperforming everything right now is my Romanticize Your Life video, which I'm so glad people resonate with. I had no idea. And I'm just so glad, because that's the message of the entire channel. The entire channel's message is, enjoy your life. Enjoy who you are. You are awesome. You have survived every day that led up till now. You're going to survive what comes. You can journal about yourself. You can journal about the future. You can use like a, what do you call it? Like a collage journal style, whatever it is. Enjoy your pens. Enjoy the moment. Focus on what you're doing. Multitasking is a bit of a lie, my friends. No one can effectively multitask. The more you're in the moment doing one thing, the better off, the more productive you are. It's better to do something, concentrate. Your phone rings, flashes, push it aside. Concentrate on that thing you need to get done. Do it. Then move on to the next thing. Make lists every day. That's what I do. I do it for work and I do it at home. I make up lists. I'm a great list maker. And then I get the satisfaction of crossing them off. I accomplish things. Things are good to accomplish. They feel life affirming, like you're making a contribution. So I would say, I don't know, if you think you can multitask, I'm not sure you can. I feel like I can, and I don't think I can, with maybe some exceptions. If you're driving a car and you're talking to someone on the telephone, that's multitasking technically, and that's fine. But if you're scrolling on TikTok while you're, I don't know, trying to write a script, it's not going to work. You need to be in the moment. You have to focus. You just do. I just feel like productivity tips are important to share. And I think when they're coupled with making your life a little better, I mean, I'll never say don't use your devices, because it would be so hypocritical. We're all looking at each other now through our devices. But you use them to better effect, I think. Watch things that affirm your life, that inspire you, that teach you something. Not things that drain you, that fill you with anger and try to pitch you against other people or just distract you in mind-numbing ways. Add to yourself. Curate your mind. No one else is going to do it for you. Be a gatekeeper of that which you allow into your brain, into your consciousness. Because life is ephemeral, as we started off saying, and you need to be focused and in the moment to truly get the most out of this experience, because as far as we know, we're only here once. And for all we know for certain, we're only here now. So let's enjoy the now as we evolve. And that's my thought for today. So, new video this week, top 5 Grail pens. If you've reached this point in the podcast, in the live show, you have to subscribe. That is the rule I just made up, and I'd appreciate it. And if you want to support the channel even more, we have membership, and there is a pen pal group for Illuminati and Cognoscenti members. Going strong. Having a blast with that. I send out welcome letters, and I love doing that. It's so much fun. And I make new videos. You may have noticed. Sometimes even on off days, like yesterday with the Galen Leather video. Who would have thought? But there it was. So I can promise you we will see each other again and over again. I will be here. So thank you all so much for watching. Much love to you all. You guys are great. You're so inspiring. Great things are coming. I promise you. So I'll see you further up the road. Take care and thanks.